We begin with some breaking news from Equatorial Guinea, where a series of large explosions has rocked the city of Bata. The country's health ministry says at least 17 people have been killed in blasts at a military base. Hundreds more are injured. An urgent appeal for blood donations and volunteer helpers has gone out, with area hospitals overwhelmed.
President Obiang Nguema has said in a statement that the explosion was negligence related to a dynamite at a military base. Basically, that's his reason. But that also means that the government or the military are responsible of what happened today.
Hundreds of demonstrators gathered in Thailand's capital Saturday evening, demanding the release of protest leaders jailed for calling on the country's prime minister to resign. Demonstrators defied a Friday ban on public gatherings in Bangkok as they stood outside of a courthouse. Some burned photographs of Thailand's king. Others held placards that said "Abolish 112," which refers to a Thai law prohibiting anyone from insulting or defaming the king.
An official from the party of deposed Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi died sometime overnight, Saturday to Sunday, in police custody, according to his associates. It comes as security forces crack down on demonstrators, staging further widespread protests against last month's coup. Local media and video posted to Facebook said police fired stun grenades and tear gas to break up protesters in Yangon, and a sit-in protest by tens of thousands of people in Mandalay, where at least 70 people were arrested.
Beijing has increased its activity in the East China Sea, and this has raised alarm bells in Tokyo. The Japanese are now considering to send their own troops to deal with the surge in Chinese activity near the Tokyo-controlled Diaoyu Islands. According to the South China Morning Post, the Chinese Coast Guard has increased its presence in the contested waters near the islands. The increased activity comes after China implemented a new law that allows its military force to use weapons against foreign ships that Beijing sees as illegally entering its waters. According to the Japanese Coast Guard, China's activity in its waters rose from about twice a month last year to about twice a week in February this year.
The United States and South Korea have reached an agreement in principle where they will share the cost of having American troops in the region as a precaution against a threat of North Korean aggression. The U.S. State Department announced that under the new deal, Seoul would shoulder an increase in the burden of costs, but provided no specific details. The Bureau wrote on Twitter that the agreement, if finalized, would reaffirm the U.S.-South Korean treaty alliance as the linchpin of peace, security and prosperity for Northeast Asia. This development comes even as negotiations had broken down during the Trump administration over the demand that South Korea pay 5 times what it previously used to.
Much of the information we have on this development is coming from Ms. Zagari Ratcliffe's lawyer, who spoke to state media today. Some of the news is good. Some of the news is not what her family wanted to hear because they were hoping she could pack her bags and head back to the UK as soon as possible. The way things stand right now, that's not going to happen, and we don't know if or when it's going to happen. Let's tell you what we know. According to her lawyer, Ms. Zagari Ratcliffe's sentence ended today, and so did her house arrest. So technically she's free. However, authorities have ordered her to appear in court again next week. So unless something changes, she will remain in Iran, and it's not clear when she'll be able to travel back to the UK.
French billionaire Olivier Dassault died Sunday in a helicopter crash. He was among the world's 500 richest people, with a fortune valued at $7.15 billion. The 69-year-old was the eldest son of late industrialist Serge Dassault. Namesake firm Dassault Aviation builds Rafale fighters and Falcon business jets. The family also owns France's Le Figaro newspaper. Dassault was once seen as favourite to succeed his father as head of the family's holding, but the role went to a former boss of the aerospace firm instead.